There's something about a Mustang that grabs you. The roar of the engine, the sleek design, the thrill of driving it. But as much as I love Mustangs, let's be real, they're not perfect. Some things about them make me scratch my head. Today, I'm diving into 10 things people dislike about Mustangs. Don't get me wrong, this isn't a hit piece. It's more of a love-hate relationship that many Mustang fans can relate to. Let's get into it. Number 10. The reputation problem. Let's start with the elephant in the room, the Mustang's reputation. You don't even have to own one to feel this. All you need is to mention you drive a Mustang, and suddenly you're categorized. You've probably heard it before. Someone cracks a joke about the Mustang driver stereotype. Oh, be careful, don't hit the crowd at cars and coffee. Or worse, hey, slow down, don't turn this into a Fast and Furious scene. And sure, it's not all Mustangs. The problem isn't the car itself, but the fact that Mustangs are affordable, powerful, and loved by many. This accessibility means that a small percentage of drivers might not be ready for the car's power, giving the Mustang a bad name. Even though modern Mustangs are incredibly well-balanced, that reputation sticks, and you find yourself associated with every reckless donut and burnout done by an ill-prepared driver. Number 9. The drivers behind the wheel. Here's where we double down. Mustangs didn't gain this reputation without some help from their drivers. Let's be real, giving a 19-year-old a Mustang is like handing them a flamethrower and saying, be responsible. Some people manage it just fine, but others take the power and mismanage it. What's worse, even if you're a safe, cautious driver, the Mustang's reputation follows you. You can be at a red light, and some guy revving next to you, acting like they're in a Fast and Furious movie, tarnishes the experience. It's a constant reminder that, fair or not, you're now linked to this behavior. I mean, I just wanted to grab a burrito. But nope, I'm the guy in a viral clip. Number 8. Interior quality struggles. Now let's talk about the interior. I know Mustangs aren't built to be luxury cars, and yes, they're performance machines first. But if you've ever driven one, you'll know the moment you hear a rattle in the interior, it's like chasing a ghost. It's quiet 1 minute, then you hit a bump, and suddenly you hear the ghost again. What's worse, you can never find the source. It's like playing hide and seek with your sanity, and by week 2, you've accepted the rattles as part of the Mustang life. It's the price you pay for performance, I guess. Number 7. The soft paint and fragile bumper. Let's talk about the Shelby GT350 for a second. What a beauty, right? But let's be real here, its paint job could use a little more durability. I've driven this car for just 1,000 miles, and already it looks like it's been through a sandstorm. It's got rock chips, battle scars, and scratches on the front bumper. And this isn't even from taking it on some gravel roads or rough terrain. No, this car's just been cruising on highways. It's a bit of a shock, especially when you think about it being a collector's item. A car this beautiful, with that much heritage, should be able to withstand a little rock or two, but it's like they didn't consider how fragile the paint really is. Driving it without paint protection film? It's like buying a brand new phone and using it without a case. You're living on the edge. You can expect that beautiful exterior to get damaged a lot quicker than you'd like. Number 6. Cup holder placement drama. All right, let's get into something that's less about power and more about practicality. The cup holders. Now, I get that Ford probably didn't have driving a manual car in mind when they designed them, but these cup holders are placed in such a way that they're practically begging for disaster. You're trying to shift, and suddenly your drink gets caught in the mix. Whether it's your iced coffee flying into the air or your soda spilling everywhere, it's a mess. Every time you reach for a gear, your cup becomes part of the action. And forget about just setting it down and leaving it alone. The placement is awful. Either it's going to spill, or it's going to get in the way of you trying to drive without distractions. Seriously, it's like Ford just shrugged and said, this'll do. I mean, how hard could it have been to just move them a little further out of the way? Number 5. Getting in and out. The real struggle. Getting into and out of a Mustang isn't as glamorous as the movies make it look. Sure, the car's low to the ground and gives it a sporty edge, but when you're actually getting out of it, it feels like a performance in itself. You either fall out or have to awkwardly swing your leg over, hoping you don't scrape anything. And don't get me started on parking next to a curb. That's when it turns into a tactical extraction mission. It's not ideal for anyone with bad knees or a bad back. Trust me, I've had my fair share of complaints from both. Number 4. The cheap cost-cutting decisions. Now this one irks me. Mustangs offer a ridiculous amount of horsepower, 526 horses to be exact. You get track modes, launch control, and some serious performance features. Yet they couldn't go the extra mile for a little bit of practical convenience. For example, you still get a prop rod to hold up the hood. Really? In 2023? It feels like Ford got halfway through designing the car and then said, yeah, that's good enough. And don't even get me started on the half-power, half-manual seats. It's like they decided to give up halfway through the design process. Number 3. The weight. Mustangs have some serious muscle under the hood, but when you step back and look at their weight, you realize they're not as nimble as they seem. Sure, they feel fast and powerful, but when you take one into a tight corner, the weight becomes very apparent. Modern models are much better with independent rear suspension, but it still feels more like a grand tourer than a sharp sports car. The Mustang's weight doesn't make it bad, but it's not the razor-sharp, corner-hugging beast you might expect from a performance car. It's more GT than sports car, which isn't a deal-breaker, but it's something to consider when you're pushing the limits on the track. Number 2. Sex on wheels. This one might sound strange, but hear me out. Mustangs are incredibly beautiful cars, and they turn heads wherever you go. But that also means you get a lot of attention, and not all of it is positive. People revving next to you, trying to race you at red lights, shouting stuff out of trucks, it's a lot to handle. Sometimes you just want to drive in peace, but the Mustang is like, nope, we're having a social experience today. It's kind of like being the most popular kid at school. Everyone has something to say, and it's not always what you want to hear. Number 1. The real issue. It's you, not the car. And here it is. The biggest issue with Mustangs. Most of the problems aren't even the car's fault. It's us, the owners. The Mustang is an emotional car, and when you mix that much accessible power with emotional attachment, things can get out of hand. If you respect the car, it's amazing. If you don't, it will humble you fast. That's where all the stereotypes and memes come from. It's not the car's fault, it's the way people act around it. But that's what makes Mustangs so great. They are imperfect, loud, rough around the edges, and they make questionable decisions, but that's what makes you love them even more. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more. And drop a comment, what's the one thing you can't stand about Mustangs? Let me know.